Welcome to the Movies vs. Films podcast channel. I'm Brian.
My name's Ike.
You like what I did there? I totally excused myself from having to explain what the fuck we do on the podcast because it's just a channel.
I was like, okay, we're doing this.
You had nothing to say.
I said,
like 3 seconds of dead air. Like, oh, he figured it out.
He's here.
I watched The Thing.
Oh, what did you watch?
I watched The Thing called The Kid.
Ooh.
Directed by
Incomparable.
the incomparable Vincent D'Onofrio, starring your mom, Ethan Hawke as Pat Garrett, sheriff in the Old West, and Billy the Kid is played by Dane Dehaan.
Oh.
Pat Garrett's the guy who caught Billy the Kid famously. Also famously, a total piece of shit.
Ah.
Also, Billy the Kid, also a piece of shit. Complete fucking terrible people.
Tells me this is a movie about not likable characters.
Portrayed to be very likable.
All right, well.
Although Ethan Hawke, I will get there. I'll try to keep this brief. I'm going full spoiler. It came out, a few years ago. It's been out for a while, right?
I want to say around
17.
2019.
In the credits, you got like, Steven Dorff, Brad Dourif, and, Miles Teller. The and for this movie is Chris Pratt.
Oh.
Who I will say
I like him in things.
was perfectly cast. He's fucking terrifying.
See? So you had to, see his role in this
Dude,
movie to
he's
be like, yo.
scarier. Because it's, all right, so The Kid is a grounded movie. Our movie opens up with two siblings. Rio is the brother. I can't remember the sister's name. The two of them are in their bedroom, and you can hear through the door their father is beating the bag out of their mother. Saying, like, I'm going to kill you. Like, essentially beating her to death.
Kid sees a lot of bad stuff.
Mom grabs the gun. Dad knocks it out of her hand. It slides under the threshold of the door.
Oh.
Rio opens the door, takes out the gun, and I think Rio is 14 in the movie, so 14-year-old. Takes the gun out, opens the door up, looks down. Mom's dead already.
Oh.
Shoots Dad.
Oh.
So
Use that revolver.
Dad's brother, played by Chris Pratt, lives on like the next plot or whatever.
Okay.
And since it's just it's all ambient noise. So you hear a gunshot from a fucking 6-shooter
It just
carries.
echoes. Yeah,
Yeah,
echoes.
they're like, that sounds like it's from your brother's place.
Yeah.
So they run over there, and the sister's being practical. She's the older sister. She's being practical, packing clothes and all that shit. And she's like, yo, we gotta dip. We gotta shake the spot. So Chris Pratt kicks the door in and just, dude, he slaps the taste out of it. He slaps the pretty off this kid.
Jesus.
And then
I like it.
they knock a picture frame over. He takes a piece of glass. He rams it in Chris Pratt's face. In my face. And they escape through the window. They fuck off. They steal there's a lot of things being stolen by these kids in this movie that they just get away with. Like, they steal a horse. Dude, they hang horse thieves. I wouldn't be stealing. They steal a horse.
So Chris Pratt's rolling around with a scar, huh?
Yeah, and it's a fresh one, too, because it takes place over a short period of time. Now, we're not going to see Chris Pratt again for a minute, okay? Now, the sister says, look, Mom said if we ever get in trouble, go to Santa Fe. She has a friend there that she'll help us out. So they find a shack in the middle of the woods. They hide there. They go to sleep for the night. They wake up. There's like 6 cowboys standing over them. One of them, William the Child.
Oh.
One of them's Billy the Kid. He's looking down at him. He's doing a pose. The way he stands, if you look at old Billy the Kid photos, and like I said, dude, he's derp. The boy looks like the family tree does not fork a lot.
They just put them all in together in one
Like
bucket.
there's a thorn maybe. But he's standing over them and he's like, hey, well, what's really going on? So Pat Garrett rocks up. He's like, I got you cornered. Shoots one of his guys. Billy ropes his horse and starts pulling it towards the door to be cover. Pat don't give a fuck. Shoots the horse.
Yeah, I was about to say, shoots the horse, huh?
So Billy's guys decide, like, yo, we gotta surrender. We're not getting out of this alive. Surrender. So they go to surrender. Billy tells the kids, he's like, stay in here for 5 minutes. After we leave, dip out the back and fuck right off. Like, get out of here.
Yeah.
Here's this rock that kept me luck. Give me luck. Here, gives it to the kid. So they bond immediately.
All right.
Billy knows the kid did something.
All right.
So Pat Garrett, handcuffs them all, throws them in the back of the wagon, and Rio and his sister come out of the barn, and they're like, yo, we need to get Santa Fe. Billy's like, what the fuck? All right. So they're all in the back of the wagon, and they're traveling. They stop at a little township, it looks like your stereotypical in fucking Red Dead Redemption 1, like little Mexican little township.
Ah.
They're in New Mexico, I believe.
Okay.
So they Santa Fe ain't, Santa Fe is not, 5 days.
So basically, there's a dentist, there's a saloon, and an undertaker.
There's no dentist.
He goes, that's down.
Yeah, no. So they water the horses there, and they're like, Billy would come back here. Foreshadowing. And then they fuck off. They stay at some random ranch. I guess back then people were like, oh, stay here.
Stay at the ranches.
They have a meal. Billy and the other members of his gang are sitting on a bench. They're being polite, basically. They know they're not going to get fed if they fuck around. So the marshals get up and they dip. And then Billy sits down, he starts eating, and Rio is sitting next to him, and he slips him something to undo his cuffs.
Oh.
So Billy uncuffs, pulls a knife on one of the marshals, and Pat Garrett, dude, gangsta as fuck, just rocks up to Billy's boy, who's handcuffed to him, and goes, all right, you gonna drag a dead Dave around?
Oh.
Because I'm putting this in his head if you do anything. And he goes, actually, I hadn't considered it that far, puts his hands up and sits back down to eat. So
That's
Billy's
really good.
Billy's all about escaping, obviously, so Pat Garrett asked the kid for the first time, something you want to tell me, son? Because they said, oh, we're going to see our dad. We were separated from our dad. Can you help us out? He's like, yeah, you know what? This is a heartwarming story. I will personally deliver you there.
Oh.
Not good. They
nice.
murked that guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's the nicest thing for him to do.
So that's amazing. So he asked him that the first time. All right. So they keep going into town. They drop off one of Billy's boys, who's going to be hung. And the kids sneak out the back of the wagon because they're in Santa Fe.
So they made it. They run up to the whorehouse, of course. It's all whorehouses. They're like, yo, where's this bitch? They're like, yo, she's up there. They go up there. First of all, the woman they find, her mother's friend, their mother's friend, dude, she's carved. Big fuck offs, like hooker carved. Yeah.
Yo, Chris Pratt shows up to the saloon, kicks the door in, knocks Rio the fuck down, takes the sister and goes, she's my new whore, and leaves with her.
Oh.
He's like, we're gonna brutalize her the whole way too and sell her out, yo. And now time is of the essence. So,
damn.
Rio is now on his own. He steals some clothes. Again, it's easy to steal things.
Yeah, you do it.
Steals a fucking burner. Sorry, white people. Steals a gun, and he needs to find a way to get to where the sister is, or at the very least, get where Billy is.
Okay.
Because Billy did say he would help him.
Just gotta.
Yeah. So
Find me.
he sees Billy's boy, and he's like, "Yo," he's like, "Where's Billy?" And he's like, "You gave me a letter." He grabs the letter. It's got the information or whatever, and he fucks off. He eventually catches up to the town where Billy is, and he goes to the jail to see Billy. And they're like, "You can't come in here and see Billy." I think it's Adam Baldwin. I think it is.
Oh, a Baldwin.
And you know what, dude? This would have been Bill Paxton. It's a role that would have had Bill Paxton smothered all over it. So anyway, he's like, "You come back near this jail again, I'm gonna fucking shoot you. You're not seeing Billy." So the kid goes into the bank, pulls his gun out, and goes, "Give me all the money." Bang. "Give me all the money." Bang.
Yeah.
They give him the money, drops the bag, he just walks outside. Fucking Marshall, who's there with Pat Garrett, one of the sheriffs, fucking shoots the kid.
Holy shit.
So he's laid up. He's not killed, he's laid up. And anyway, he's now in a room next to the room where Billy is. So they're talking, and Billy's like, "Yo, I'm getting out this motherfucker. I'm gonna tell you when it happens." Like this guy's always thinking. He's like, at noon they bring the convicts across the street to get lunch. That's when we're doing it. So you find out what Pat Garrett's a piece of shit, by the way, because Billy knows about the sister. Billy is literally banging his head off the wall, kicking the wall, the doors, because he's in the next room.
He knows what's going on.
He's saying, "Garrett, what about the sister? What about the sister?" Yo, and the deputy that shot the kid, he's like, what about the sister? Yo, Pat Garrett is a singular focus. All he cares about is delivering Billy the kid.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a fuck that this 17-year-old girl is being brutalized.
No, he just cares about the job, the dropping off.
That's all he cares about. So they take the convicts to lunch. Sure as shit. Billy says, "Yes, I gotta take a shit." The only deputy left on duty takes him out there, and these two have a good rapport. Billy likes him.
Yeah.
They're walking up the stairs to go back to his cell. Of course, Billy fucking two-hands him, grabs the gun, and literally begs the guy. He goes, "Please don't move. Do not go for the... I will kill you. I really don't want..." He runs. Billy fucking shoots him.
He told him not to do it, though.
He walked up the roof. He's got guns, and he's like... He yells for his boy. His boy comes out, and he's like... He goes, "All right." He goes, "So, if I were to say that if anything happens to this boy, who's my only friend in the world, I'll fucking kill you, I mean it. Go get a horse." And then he stands there and tells the whole town, "I did not want to do that. I did not want to kill that man." Then he climbs down. They get on the horse. They fuck off. They go back to where the girlfriend is.
He's
trying to show him like I am not trying to hurt anybody. It's like, but I'm telling you, if you mess with my mission, you will go.
Exactly. Which is the same thing that Garrett was doing. Garrett.
I like that.
So shortly before this, before they go to lunch and all that other shit, Garrett says to the kid, he goes, "Where's your sister?" He's like, "We got separated." Because he heard Billy saying, "What about the sister? Where's your sister?" He's like, "We got separated." Because now Billy said, "I'm going to help you." He trusts Billy more than he trusts Garrett.
Yeah.
Because Billy, he didn't have to do any of this shit.
No.
So he's like, "We got separated." She went back home. He goes, "I'm not going to ask you a third time. Is there something you want to tell me?" So now he's asked him 2 times.
Yep.
So him and Billy escape. They go back to the place where Billy, his girlfriend, his baby mama was, whatever. And since he's a creature of habit, Garrett rocks up quick, dude. Garrett's there like the next day.
See?
Billy's outside cooking a steak on the fire. Rio and him kind of have it out. He's like, "When the fuck are we going?" Billy's like, "Tomorrow. We'll go tomorrow, I promise you." They have this really intimate moment where Billy explains that like he feels so alone.
Yeah.
Because like just the bad thing he's done and he never wanted to do bad and all this other stuff. Again, painting a fucking psycho and a killer.
Right.
Qu'est-ce que c'est? as a somebody that you can relate to. So Rio is like sitting next to a tree out like you do. Garrett shows up. Boom. They sneak around. He doesn't try to arrest Billy. Billy's standing there next to the fire, picks the steak up to take a bite. Pat Garrett fucking shoots him dead in cold blood.
What?
Mm-hmm. Shoots him dead in cold fucking blood. He dips. The kid's just this, like just stunned. He catches up to Pat Garrett. And by that I mean he lets them leave, follows them, walks into a saloon where they're all eating and pulls a gun on them. But he just puts it on the table.
The fuck?
And he's like, he confesses to everything. He's like, "I shot my fucking dad. He killed my mom. Our uncle took her here and there." He's like, "I'm sorry. I'm a fucking idiot. You give me 2 chances to tell you this. I'm begging for your forgiveness. Please help me." Garrett's like, "When are we leaving?"
And so we gotta get home.
Mount up.
Yeah.
So they mount up like he knew.
Yeah.
He's like, "I got the note." They go there. They walk into the saloon. They're looking around. "Where's the girl?" "What girl?" Aims the rifle at this guy's. "Where's the girl?" "She's upstairs." So Rio runs upstairs to get his sister. His sister's clearly been like fucking through the ringer, dude. Mm-hmm. Out of the shadows, bro. Legit out of the shadows comes Chris fucking Pratt.
Like a psycho.
Talking so measured. And calm. He's got a big fuck off claymation Santa Claus beard.
Okay.
The story that the uncle tells, how he caught his brother fucking his sister and told on him to the father. And the father beat him with like an inch of his life because he snitched.
Yeah. Well,
because he snitched. He did something like dishonorable or whatever. And he said that stuck with him, that you don't do what you do right by family. And that kid upstairs killed my brother. And he's like, and if you think you're leaving here alive, he's not even holding a gun. Yeah, he's like, if you think you're leaving here alive with my nephew or my niece, that's not on. It's not happening.
Just using words alone.
Garrett goes, "No one has to die here today." Yes. Yeah, someone's gonna.
Yeah, mostly yeah.
So Rio starts bringing her downstairs. Chris Pratt makes a move, fucking mollywops the kid, and then one of his boys goes up to get the sister or whatever. There's a scrum. Mm-hmm. There's a struggle, and it spills out into the street with Chris Pratt holding Rio with a gun to his head.
Yep.
Garrett comes out right afterwards, and they're about 20 feet away from each other. Mm-hmm. And he says, he looks around to the town. He goes, "If any of y'all don't want to get hurt, it's about to be a gunfight. You should get inside." He says that earlier in the movie too, by the way.
That's like
when they first drop off Billy's friend.
That's sick.
Vincent D'Onofrio comes out of the sheriff's office. He plays a sheriff, and he's like, "We want Billy too." He's like, "You can't have Billy." And the Mexican standoff. Garrett takes his fucking gun out, shoots one of the deputies in the hand, drop his gun. He's like, "If you don't want to be here for this." So anyway, so Garrett doesn't fuck around with it at all. Garrett's got the gun on Grant, and he says, Grant's like, "I'm going to leave here with my nephew, and you're not going to follow me. That's it." And he goes, "You're going to turn tail and run from a fight?" "It's not what I'm doing." It looks like that's what we're all going to say you did.
Turn tail, boy?
Yeah, that's what we're going to say you did. We're going to say you ran off with the kid like a coward. But it's not the truth. It doesn't matter what the truth is. What matters is the story they will tell. Which, by the way, is Pat Garrett in a nutshell. All he wanted was the level of fame that Billy the Kid had.
Yeah, it was
like Robert Ford was jealous of Jesse James. He wanted that level of fame.
He wanted the recognition, man. It's all he wanted.
Because he put in honest law work and all that other shit. But
I want my name to ring bells.
At the end of it, he wanted his name attached to his.
Yes.
And you know what? We're talking about now he's got it.
You know what I mean? Exactly.
But
You want your story
he's
told.
like, we're gonna duel. Do this fucking old school, right?
All right.
So he throws Rio on the ground and they're staring at each other. And fucking and they're lining up, they're getting ready, and all of a sudden you hear a gun go off. And Chris Pratt takes one to the side of the dome, goes down. Mm-hmm. Rio shot him from the porch of the saloon.
Because the other two are down there about to go down.
Yep.
Ah.
Yep, he threw Rio on the ground. Rio had his fucking burner on him still.
I got
Which
you.
is why children should have guns. Wait a minute, no. So Garrett walks up, takes the gun from Rio, gives him the nod like, yo, you murked 2 people this week.
Yeah. Because now he's kind of learning his way and shit. So he's like, yo, you did it twice. Like, all right. Like, you're figuring your shit out.
He gives him a look where it's like, he understands, like, this is the world we live in, man. So he takes the gun from the kid and he says, you guys have good in you. I know you have good in you. It's up to you how you decide to live the rest of your lives. And he sends them off. So
the movie sounds really good, man.
It's pretty good. It's a movie. It ain't a film, but I like the way it's shot because D'Onofrio does a lot in frame. So what I mean by that is when you see your typical, like Michael Mann is great.
Yeah.
With putting people, because you have your villain usually on the left side, your hero on the right side, and with movies like Heat and all that stuff, they change perspective a lot. They do a lot of it in Collateral.
So you don't
because of
know
the position of where they're sitting.
And they don't want you to know you don't want to know who the bad guy is, who the good guy is.
But the shit they do with this, you'll see Billy the Kid talking to Rio, and Billy's in the left side, Rio's on the right side. And then what'll happen is you'll have him talking to Garrett. And sometimes Garrett's on the left and he's on the right. Sometimes Billy's on the sometimes one's on the right, one's on the left. The way it's shot, I really liked. I like the atmosphere. The soundtrack, I cannot tell you what the score sounded like. And that's a good thing because a lot of the movie, there wasn't really
quiet.
Your score was the sound of the wagon moving.
I like that.
It was
minimal.
intimate. You were in the wagon with them. There were not a lot of far shots. Mm-hmm. They were establishing shots,
and you
see like James Wan style, like you saw the town from above.
Oh, I love that.
There were a lot of tight shots that weren't too tight because it's jarring when they're up really, really close.
Oh yeah, it gets too much.
It's a really good movie, man. It made nothing in the box office, and people just forgot about it. But do yourself a favor. We should call this We should call this segment "Do Yourself a Favor" because we keep saying. But
you should do yourself a favor.
Do yourself a fucking favor, man. Dude, it's $1.50. It's 96 minutes.
That's a perfect runtime for a movie.
It is. It's not bloated. It's there's good westerns coming out now, man.
I'm telling you,
there's some good ass westerns.
I'm all in. I'm all for it.
And again, we'll argue Mandalorian is in fact a western.
It is,
which means that Book of Boba Fett will be. But all that shit aside, this is about.
Yes, it will actually.
This is about the kid.
Yes, it is.
See the Kid. You can find it. It's currently on. It's on Hulu. Great character study because you have a villain and you have what's supposed to be the villain, supposed to be the hero, swapping roles. You realize they're both portrayed as heroes, which means they're both pieces of shit.
Dude, I'm very interested in this movie now, and I'm on a western kick. All right, I'm gonna check it out.
So watch it. If you have seen it, let us know what you think about it. If you have any other movie ideas that you want us to watch, or if you any ideas at all you want to contribute to the channel, drop it in the comment section. Engagement. We joke about it, but we like to know what people want to listen to and what they're they're interested in.
Yeah.
Fuck what they don't want to listen. I want feedback, not criticism.
I want to know what you don't want to listen to.
I'll take ideas, but y'all can fucking don't be honest with me. I'm fragile. So
pat my head and lie to me.
Pat me on the head, give me a lemon cookie, and send me off to bed. Okay. So that's gonna do it for this episode. Keep watching movies. Keep watching films. Try to look at things from a little bit of a different angle. When I was younger, I just watched movies to enjoy them. Now, little things stand out to me. There's little things that you notice that, honestly, I think enhance my movie experience.
Absolutely.
I mean, absolutely, they absolutely do. But if you've watched the same movie 20 times, try to find something new.
Oh yeah.
We'll see you next time. Get a vaccine if it's safe. Hopefully, you all have them. Wear a mask. Don't be a dickhead. I feel like "Don't Be a Dickhead" has developed as its own separate thing. Because before it was like "Don't be a dickhead, get a vaccine." Now it's like,
dude.
And third, don't be a dickhead. All right, later, y'all.